The second group of SANDF troops from the DRC is expected to arrive at the Waterkloof Air Force Base today. Now, they had been deployed to Goma in the eastern DRC as part of a SADC peacekeeping mission. The first group of 249 soldiers arrived on Friday from Tanzania, and their homecoming was delayed by several weeks from Goma to Tanzania as it was used as an assembly point. Now, the troops are also unable to use the Goma airport because it was closed during the fierce battle between the DRC soldiers and the M23 rebels. 14 South African troops from both SADC as well as UN missions in the DRC were killed earlier this year, and the incident took place during fighting between the M23 rebels and the Congolese army. Well, the second group of SANDF troops is expected to arrive, as I've just relayed, at the Waterkloof Air Force Base from the DRC today, and those soldiers were part of the SADC peacekeeping mission in the eastern DRC. Their return marks a scheduled rotation as South Africa continues its contribution to regional peace as well as security, as SABC News reporter Khayelihle Khumalo reports. Kaya, a very good afternoon to you. Any sign of the soldiers on the tarmac at this particular stage? Good afternoon.
Certainly, Alicia, we're still waiting with bated breath here at the Air Force Base. As you know, that's the estimated time of arrival. So they said between 3 to 5 p.m. So we do understand that a Tanzania aircraft will touch down here around 16:48, at least the time that has been confirmed by SANDF. And a very, very important mission for semi-DRC. Alicia, as you know, that the SADC leaders really took that all-important decision to withdraw from the DRC to allow really the diplomatic solution by all those who are involved, the non-state actors, but also other quite important stakeholders in this regard, but also in the main. I mean, we saw here when the first batch of soldiers arrived, there was quite a jubilation here at the airports. Their families as well waiting here just to reunite with them. But also most importantly, we know that it won't end here for the soldiers. From here, there'll be a demobilization process where they will go to Bloemfontein. A very important element here, Alicia, as you know, that's where they get the psychosocial support, but also those who need more medical attention. Also, they are referred to the doctors, and also then they're reunified with their units. So it's still quite a very important process. And we know that South Africa, alongside Malawi and Tanzania, some of the troop contributing countries. So it's been quite a very serious mission where they've been traversing from Goma and Sake in the eastern DRC, heading all the way to Chato in Tanzania. We know that, Alicia, that is the assembly point. So quite a very important time for the SANDF. But really just looking at those intricate details, we're joined now by Admiral Chabalala. So once again, Admiral, thank you so much for your time. We spoke earlier. Let's just once again just bring the viewers on board in terms of the actual time of our arrival. We do understand it's 16:48. Has it been confirmed?
It's been confirmed. I was with the controllers. They've confirmed at the tower that it's 16:48. And so far, Kaya, everything is so going well, and we are happy with the progress that they have made. We can see there's already a bus that is here that is awaiting for them so that they can be transported to Bloemfontein.
And just once again, Admiral, we know that the number that has been confirmed for the second batch is 257. You know, that's still going to be a very long process with quite a number of dates in terms of making sure that it's well coordinated as well.
Yes. Kaya, this number will change. Some days will change. You'll see, like, for example, tomorrow, this plane that you can see is going back to Tanzania to fetch more. Some days they might have to do 2 trips back and forth, and this is the plan so that we are able to finish this process on time. As we said, our aim, we don't want to put a time, but by at least the 25th of June And if we escalate the time, we go towards the end of the month, it's a bit safe for us. But everything by end of June, this operation should be completed.
And just, Admiral, while we have you, we saw those incredible scenes, the arrival on Friday night where the soldiers were quite excited to be back home, and also their spouses waiting here. So it was such a very incredible moment. Take us through to the demobilization process so far. How is it going? Are they coping with the current environment?
Khaya, we have seen that South African soldiers have so much resilience. Most of them were very, very emotional, if I can put it that way. Some of them kissed the ground, some of them burst into songs, some we saw visuals of them hugging the minister, their mother, to put it in that context, to say they are very good and they feel safe to be at home. So we know this one was one of our longest difficult missions, but what really from the SANDF perspective, what makes us proud is that our soldiers have shown the courage, the discipline, and we are saying that let's embrace them as heroes. Hence, you'll see when you go to Bloemfontein, we have banners as SANDF that says, "Welcome home, our heroes," because we want South Africans to celebrate these patriots of our nation, to really embrace their spirit of courage, to really embrace their bravery. In adversity, these people have shown that they are there for South Africa. So we say to the nation, please rejoice and be happy that your sons and daughters are back at home, but moreover that they are willing to sacrifice their lives in defense of peace and security in the continent.
And just before we let you go, Admiral, on that note, we know that South Africa, since the dawn of democracy, the commitment of making sure that there is long-lasting peace is quite enshrined in South Africa's foreign policy through these peacekeeping missions. We've seen it in the eastern parts of DRC. We saw it in Mozambique. So I would imagine that that commitment remains, that for South Africa to prosper, you've got to have also a very peaceful and a very prosperous continent as well.
Yes, that's why that's the importance of investing in these soldiers is so paramount. We are saying that as SANDF, we need more investment so that we have our capabilities in place to support these soldiers as they do these peacekeeping duties. We have known that they had challenges in the area of mission where we needed so many resources. Unfortunately, due to budget cuts, we couldn't make those resources available to them. So we are saying that South Africa should speak with one voice in investing more in defense capabilities so that our soldiers can still continue in this mission of peacekeeping, restoring the continent into a prosperous continent. We want to silence the guns. That is ultimate in terms of the policy that we as SANDF, we are a tool of our government. As the government embark on peacekeeping mission, we are there to support.
All right. Admiral Chabalala, thank you so much indeed for that. So, Alicia, quite a very detailed account here about the very key details about the arrival of the second batch of the SANDF members who were part of the Operation Tiba in the eastern part of the DRC. So with that, back to you in studio.
Thank you so much to SABC News reporter there, Khayelihle Khumalo, live to us at the Waterkloof Air Force Base. And that now arrival time, expectant arrival time of those second batch of soldiers is 16:48 South African time.